apparently this
All
spell book
right.
really likes.
Hello and welcome back to World Breakers, and we are gonna have a different kind of session tonight because we have already lost internet once today. So just bear with us. We're doing our best here, and tonight.
Thank you. Hurricane season.
Tonight we got Torin and Cordierite. Both rolled an 11 for their recap, but since Jeff was not here last session, we're going to give it to Torin. Whenever you are ready, go ahead and take it away.
Cool. So basically we had finished fighting the frogs, and after investigating the bodies, we found that they had this strange goop that appeared to be magical and organic in nature, and we also knew that it was the same goop that was in the trunks. And after asking Lorene, where we figured out that the hats and crowns that were on the frogs came from the costume shop, the costume trunks. Yeah. And then, so I brought Lorene to her dorm while the others went to Witherbloom to talk to an old friend of mine, and he was a big farm boy with a greenhouse storm, and they gave him a heart attack.
No, it was a tomato in a jar.
Sorry, they induced a heart attack.
And you forgot to mention your character wants to take old girl home to make your move.
No, I said that.
Oh, to make your move or to be nice?
I just said that I was bringing her to her dorm. Mm-hmm. I wasn't making a move or anything.
Mm-hmm. It's not what Finn thinks.
Okay. Yes, you will get the inspiration for that. You did leave out that it wasn't your tomato. It was your friend's tomato, and it was a teeny tiny tomato with a very, very big person. So we're going to start with Cordierite. Cordierite, the last thing that you remember is your frog won. You received a bag full of 30 gold. A few moments later, cue the SpongeBob voice. A few moments later, these frogs grow in size. You feel a sharp pain in your side, and you lose sight and sound. And it's not until a couple moments later that something bumps into you, you fall over and are out. You are just knocked out. You come to seeing your friends and your boss. Your boss picks you up. You're very disoriented, and she takes you to the infirmary. In the infirmary, you spend the rest of the night there. And during the night, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 20, not natural.
20. All right. While you're sleeping, you're uneasy. You wake up a few times throughout the night. You have a feeling that you had a weird dream, but you just can't recall what it was about. Torin, you are at the front door, or the door of your friend's dorm. He opens the door to find you. He's completely pale in the face, lost all color, sweating profusely. He grabs you by the wrist and yanks you into his room and slams the door behind you. He gets close to you in almost a whispering tone, and he does tower you a little bit. He goes, "What the hell have you gotten me into?"
Where is the rest of them?
What do you mean, the rest of them? They came, gave me some mysterious scoop, put it on a thing, and left me with it. And then he holds up the tiny vial of the tiny tomato, covered in goop.
They put a tomato in it?
Yes.
I told them to come here, explain the situation, and I would meet them here. Okay. And I just take the goop from them, and I was like, they were not supposed to leave this with you. They were supposed to just see if you knew what it was.
Oh.
And now this... And they definitely weren't supposed to put a tomato in there.
Did you give them specific instructions?
I told them to come here, explain everything, and wait.
They explained almost nothing. Anything that they were speaking... They talked about frogs and, like, in costumes.
Torin almost takes psychic damage. I'm just gonna take the vials from him and I'm like, I will get you another tomato plant. Basically, and I explain orientation day and how I met these people, and we seemed to be doing well. We fought some mimics. There was this weird goop on the mimics. And then we got pulled into a frog race by Lorene. And then the frogs attacked us. And yeah. And that we were just trying to figure out what this goop was.
Okay. Let me get this straight. You have not told any teachers about this.
We haven't met any teachers yet.
Why haven't you went and found a teacher? There are professors all over this place. Why couldn't you just find one of them and they could handle it and you could get through your first day of school? You already have something that you're not supposed to have.
Who was the professor guy that we talked to? It was like he was like the principal or something, right?
The dean?
Yeah.
The dean didn't show up, did he? Or did they?
At the end of the mimic fight.
They did.
His name was
Oh.
something of names. Oh, he wasn't the dean.
Department chair.
He's just a professor of radiance is his technically his title. Professor Sharpbeak. He was an Owlin. So. And he kind of lets you go at this point and sits back on his bed, sort of head in his hands, just like, look, you worked really hard to get accepted here. You have your own stuff. You could get expelled if they think you have something to do with this goop stuff.
We don't have anything to do with it. We were just trying to figure it out.
Then why
And
not?
that's why we came to you, and we were gonna show. I assumed we were going to show it to a professor, but we don't even know any professors right now, and we figured try to figure it out before we met a professor.
He grabs the vial with the tomato in it. I will keep this for you. Because
Are
they
you
don't.
sure? We weren't gonna show it to a professor. We just is there 2 vials now? I forget.
There's a vial of goop by itself, and then there is a vial with a tomato that is covered in goop.
Are you sure I mean, that tomato might try to kill you now. I don't know why they put the tomato in the goo.
Killer tomato, I'll take care of it. You have something in your room that could get us all expelled. We don't know. If you also have this in your room with that in your room, not a good look if the two contaminate each other.
Yeah, that's probably do you have a box I could borrow to put the goo in? Wait, no, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
We're gonna leave the goo here in tomorrow after classes. We'll figure it out. So he takes the goop and the tomato, and he goes and kind of puts them in a secluded part, like in a little corner, and he like takes a piece of chalk and like draws a square around it, and he's like, "It'll stay right there. Go check on your stuff."
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go yell at my friends.
You do that.
Don't get eaten by a tomato.
I'm not planning on it. You leave his room, and that's when it hits you. You don't know where any of these people dorm. You don't know if they are Prismari. You don't know if they are Silverquill, Witherbloom. You have no idea.
I might have hung out with Fen a little bit. I remember.
Yeah, you know that Finn is Witherbloom, but where his actual dorm is, you don't know.
Ideally, when we were doing the painting and they were giving out the pins, would Torn know because of that, or is it one of those?
Make a history check. Yeah, I'll give you a history check for that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait! Go on the table. My God. History. 15.
You remember that Cordierite and Emerin are both Prismari, and Finn Isaac is in Witherbloom. You don't know where their dorms are, but you do know what school they're a part of.
Okay, I'm going to, while I'm still in Witherbloom, I'm gonna just ask around to see if anybody knows where Fen Isaac lives.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, that one.
Ooh.
No one will talk to you. It is getting close to like 10 o'clock at night, and a lot of people are already in bed, and the people that are still up are those coming from a band performance.
And I'm not good at talking to people. I just go home and like when I get to Prismari, can I see if the Prismari folk are more friendly?
Make another persuasion check.
Persuasion. Ooh, dirty 20.
You find one stoner who is clearly not supposed to be here. He's like, "Hey, man, you got a burger?"
Do I have any food on me?
Super.
You have maybe a ration or two from what you packed, like to make the trip, and you always keep like a piece of jerky on you just in case you come across.
I have some jerky. Do you want teriyaki jerky? It's homemade.
Sure. And he grabs it and he's like, so, what is it you asked?
Do you know where...
The Muffin Man? He lives right down there. And he just points. No. Go ahead.
Do you know where Cordierite or Imrion live?
There's a very long pause before he goes,
One of them is an elf that looks very starry. Doesn't really know anything about life.
Oh, yeah. He works at the tavern.
Yes. Oh, wait. Sorry, I wouldn't have asked about Cordierite because I know he's in the hospital.
Yeah. But, yeah, he goes, yeah, that starry dude, he works at the tavern. But it's probably closed now.
Yes.
All right.
But where does he live?
I don't know. But, first year dorms might be a good place to start.
I'm just too stressed and I've exhausted my social battery. I'm gonna just give up and just go to my dorm and look under my bed.
It is still there. It is
I'm
still
definitely not
wrapped in
there.
a blanket.
Okay. Oh wait, who's there?
Nothing.
Imran's curled up underneath your bed.
How did I get here?
No. Imran and Finn, after you leave the tomato with Harriet, is there anything specific you want to do?
Honestly, I would probably go to bed because I don't look well put together at the moment.
Yeah, you got hit a couple times.
Magically spent, so...
You guys go to bed. Sweet dreams, little old boys. You wake up early in the morning to a pounding at your door. You open your door and there is no one there. Cordierite, your poison seemed to have worn off. And the nurse tells you that it's 8 a.m. and your class is about to start.
All right, I'll get up and I'll start heading to class.
The rest of you, of course, you open your door, there's no one there. But a notice on your door with your class schedule saying that you were 10 minutes late.
Yeah, I'm going to run.
Uh-huh.
Remember, there are sometimes I don't know where I'm going, so I will run but I will still maintain that I stop at every single of the "You are here" signs.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Finn and Torin, are you also running to where you need to be?
I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna accidentally waste like 5 minutes panicking, like trying to find in my mess of a room my cloak and my backpack and everything.
Okay.
What's the note? You say a note or no?
Yeah, the note's just telling you that you're late to class.
Nice. How late is late?
10 minutes.
How far is class?
It's not a far walk from you.
I'll go to it. I'll just go to class.
All right. You all arrive at class at around the same time. Cordierite, you're already there. You don't feel too great, but you're not terrible. There's about 15 people besides the four of you.
Oh, hey, you're not dead.
And I see you guys are really late.
Good point. Got lost twice.
Well, luckily, I had a nurse to wake me up.
You can get those?
Of course.
I'll take out a small, piece of parchment and write a note for myself to acquire a nurse to wake me up.
You see all the people here are kind of chit-chatting. It doesn't look like the professor is currently here. And you are all in what looks like you're in the biblioplex. Up the stairs of the biblioplex. And about this time you make your pleasantries, and that's when you see Torin running very frantic. He looks very, very frantic. More so than the rest of you. Torin, you do see the rest of them if you want to do anything.
I'm just gonna, out of breath, we are going to have words after class.
Are you okay?
I just give them the stink eye and then sit down in the front row and just slam my notebook down in a huff.
That's a no, right? And I'm asking Finn.
I assume our boy still didn't figure anything about the goop yet, and he's upset about it.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
Oh, he's fine. He's upset about a mystery.
Around this time, you hear before you see a loud voice. Cats, go down. It's a raspy voice. Hey! All of you sit down. Stop talking. We're already late. At this point, you see in the center of the room a tiefling with long, straight auburn hair and black eyes. Her skin is very rough and a deep red, as if she spent many years outside in the sun. Her face is very square and hard, showing her age. She looks very old. But underneath all the aging and the years of being in the sun, she still looks like she is very beautiful and delicate underneath. She gives everyone a minute to sit. And she goes, I'm Natari. I am your professor of, magical physiologies. That's what they said I had to do, because, I'm not allowed to run sports anymore. She begins to clamber and pull papers out. She snaps her fingers 3 times, and everyone gets a book on their desk.
I'm gonna whisper over to Torin. Torin, do you have an extra quill I can borrow?
I'm not paying. I'm not acknowledging them.
I think that's a no.
All right.
So yeah, go ahead.
So if you turn to page 1, which is where everybody should start, at the beginning. Sometimes I like to start at page 15, so sue me. This will be a lecture, and then a fight. If that so be your decision. You all look around, and you see the other students are very perplexed. Now, if you'll take a look here, there are pictures of these individuals, creatures, if you should choose to call them that. Now, you can learn about them by reading them here and me lecturing you, or I could just summon one. What say you?
Huh?
Is there a creature on page 1 that she appears to be talking about?
Well, 15, I thought.
If you look, hold on just a second. If you look on Twitch, it is these creatures right here.
I forgot to be using Twitch. Do it. Summon it.
Summon it.
Do it. Wait. Would those have looked like the frogs when they got bigger?
Make a nature check.
I
I'll try
am
to
booty cheeks at nature. Yeah, I would whisper it to the group. Anybody that wants to partake.
I'm too scared. I rolled a 4.
Wah wah.
I got a natural 21. Or dirty 21.
Say a natural 21. Where'd you get a 21 die?
Yeah, I drew it in. I said, fuck the natural one. I just put a 2 in front of it.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to raise my hand and very nervously say, I'm not a visual learner.
And in the background, summon it. Do it. No balls.
Make a persuasion check.
This is where I'm going to get booty cheeks. Yep, there it is. Natural 5.
All right. You hear her go. You're all too weak right now. Maybe next year. So
Lame.
lame would be lame would be your face.
Ouch.
Oh no.
And she she laughs at her own joke. A couple of students laugh as well. And she continues on. Listen, I am not one of the other kind of professors. If I didn't have to fucking do this shit, I wouldn't. Alright? We'd be out there fighting stuff. But apparently you have to learn. Go ahead.
I said that's why you should summon it.
She goes, apparently we have to learn in a structured way, and I've got too high of a death record for students. So I'm on paper and lecturing. Now, I'm going to let you, the players, decide whether or not you want me to read you the lecture. Or you can sort of just roll a general intelligence check to see if you retain what's being talked about. I'll let you go ahead and discuss and vote there.
I'm down to hear the lecture.
Yeah, same.
Just let me
How
pull up
long
the-
is the lecture?
These are the real questions.
I didn't
I'm up
time
for
myself,
it.
but it's about a paragraph about each of the different creatures.
Okay. Yeah, you could. I'll listen to it. Fuck it, D&D 101. Let's roll with it.
4 score and 2 spell plagues ago, we had these blue. Continue.
Alrighty. You want the lecture, you're getting the lecture. Alright. We're starting from the top. I'm a great storyteller. So listen here. And she kind of grabs the collar that's not there in the front of her shirt and adjusts as if she has a tie. Long ago, Primus, overlord of the Madrons, created gigantic, geometrically complex stone, imbued with the power of law. He then cast it adrift in limbo, believing that the stone would bring order to the chaos of the plane. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, this chaotic energy absorbed in the stone and spawned horrors. Whoa, scary, scary frogs. These scary frogs, they're called Slaadi. You know, Slaadi, and she says it slower. Slaadi. You see a couple of people just like slowly writing. All right. They wiped out every last of the Madron enclave in limbo. As creatures of utter chaos, they loathe the Madrons and attack them on sight. Nonetheless, stupid man, stands by his creations and doesn't perceive them as threats and chooses to ignore them, which, as we all know, is great problem solving on his part. The Slaadi have horrific cycles of reproduction. For those of you who are a little bit slow, reproduction means like to make more of. Okay? They reproduce either by implanting humanoids host with eggs or by infecting them with a transformative disease called Chaos Phage. Each color of Slaad, which is the singular of Slaadi, if you didn't catch that before. They reproduce or transform in different ways. Red Slaadi spawning blue and green. Blue Slaadi spawning red and green. Each green undergoes a lifelong cycle of transformation into the more powerful gray and death Slaadi. With each transformation, they retain their memories. Some of them can, shape change. That's cool. They sort of, if they're going to shape change, they're going to shape change into, like, the humanoid type of thing that they were in before. So if it was a dragonborn infected, they can shape change into some kind of dragonborn. Same with if it was a human or whatever. You get the drift. If you don't, you're done. All right. Red Slaad. It can, when they claw a humanoid creature, it can inject an egg from the gland under one of its claws. And the egg works its way into the host and gestates, eventually making a tadpole. Then that tadpole eats its way out of the host's body, feeds on the host remains, then seeks other fresh meat it can find. It will transform into a fully grown blue or green Slaad if the host has the ability to cast 3rd level spells or higher within, 12 hours, 24 hours at the most. These things are fucking dumb. Not dumb as in they don't have intelligence, but dumb as in ridiculously crazy powerful. The blue Slaad has bone hooks that protrude from the back of the blue Slaad's hand. It inflicts terrible transformative disease on humanoids and wounds them. This infection, called the Chaos Plague, transforms the victim into a fully grown red or green Slaad. The green are very intelligent and can cast spells. They can change its shape to appear as a humanoid if it was born of a humanoid host. It usually adopts the host's form. So, if you're killed by one of these things and it pops out of you, it could just pretend to be you. That's cool, right? Look at everyone around you. One of them one day will not be real. There'll be some kind of creature replacing them. That's great to know. Go ahead.
Real quick, Torrance just thinking to himself, what color frog infected Cordierite? Gave him a disease?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
1 out of 4 is Slaad.
Just straight intelligence, 3.
3?
Oh, shit.
He is definitely no longer Cordierite, but a frog instead.
I'm gonna ask the professor. Oh, I'll just raise my hand. Sit there saying, so, is there a way to know if somebody's a Slaad? Is there a way to test it?
Yeah, you could kill him.
Is there a non-permanent way to test it?
Probably.
You teaching it?
No, they won't let me anymore. There was students killing students, and it was...
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Oh, well, if we can't figure out the safe way, then I guess the initial way it is. And I'll hold my hand up towards Cordierite, which will start to crackle with lightning.
Now, son, you need to sit down.
I am sitting down.
No. Yes, but the figuratively sit down. The seesaw nonsense here. See, this is why I was not meant for fucking professoring. Listen to the rest of the lecture, then choose to kill your friend later. Which I did not say to do, by the way.
You just did?
Yeah, we heard it.
You heard nothing. Anyways. Green Slaad. Unlocking the knowledge of if someone's a Slaad. It takes many, many years. Alright. Gray Slaadi act as living extensions of the wills of their masters, the Death Slaadi. A Gray Slaad journeys to the material plane on errands of doom, often taking a humanoid form. Gray Slaad learns how to use great sword and imbue it with magic. A Gray Slaad can eat the entire corpse of the dead. And then, a Death Slaad transforms. So basically, this Gray Slaad, if it eats a Death Slaad, it can transform into a Death Slaad. Kind of upgrading, I guess. And then the Death Slaadi are suffused with energy from the negative energy plane and exemplify evil's corruption of chaos. They take sadistic pleasure in bringing harm to others, and they propagate their race by dragoning mobs of red and blue Slaadi and invading other planes. Humanoids who survive the invasion become incubators for new Slaadi. There's also control gems, but we're not going to get into that right now because you guys are already trying to kill each other, alright?
She said control what?
Control gem.
Control gems.
Okay. Like a gem of, like, GAN.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So now, here's your first assignment. Are you ready for this? It's going to be great. We're going to have frogs represented for the different Slaads. They're not real frogs. They're not real Slaads. You are in no danger here. And she snaps her fingers 3 times. And upon your desk are little dissecting trays. Now, go on ahead and dissect your Slaad. I need everyone to roll a d6 and actually roll a d10. 1 to 2, you get a Death Slaad. 3, 4, you get a gray. 5, 6, green. 7, 8, blue. 9, 10, red.
I got a 6.
So you got a blue.
Got a 7.
You got a blue.
I got an 8.
Wait. A 6 and a 7 was a green. Sorry. 8. Wait a minute. I need to...
Yeah, 6 and 7 are green.
Yeah, hold on. 1,
No,
2...
5 and 6.
1, 2, death. 3, 4, gray. 5, 6, green. 7, 8, blue. 9, 10, red.
Okay, I got a blue.
Okay.
I got red.
Okay. So we got a green, blue, and a red.
Yep.
Alrighty then. I need everyone to make a nature check.
Rolling up.
I've been using the wrong dice.
Nature.
Tell me when you're ready.
All right. Has everybody made their roll?
Yeah.
All right. I'll have my green Slaads first, which I believe is Cordierite and Emrian.
I should be blue because I rolled 8.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, it's Bean is torn, then Emerin and Cord got blue.
That's right.
I
So
got it.
Torin first.
All right. I got a 17.
17. Okay. As you look with your book, like you have a book next to you, and you're dissecting the different things, you notice that it has this weird ability that, like, if you cut out one of its organs, it begins to grow back.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Can I, seeing that, can I try cutting off like a hand and see if the hand grows back?
Yeah, you cut the hand off, and it takes a minute or so, and it does grow back. Yeah.
Interesting.
Emerin, you have the blue Slaad.
Yep. And Cordierite got a blue Slaad too.
Yes. What was your roll?
I rolled a 5. So
Okay. And Cordierite, what was your roll?
I rolled 16 total.
16. You also notice that when you start cutting it off, different parts of it, it begins to grow back. Emeran, this thing is blue. It's a blue frog.
And you know what? If I'm not mistaken, I may have to go relook at the stuff again. But Cordierite is also blue. If
He
I'm
is.
not mistaken.
He is also blue.
So I'm trying to cut up said frog, but like trying to do an autopsy on Cordierite at the same time. Not like physically trying to
Cut him?
autopsy on him. No, I'm not actually like cutting him.
Oopsie.
But it's more like I'm trying to apply what one would do for a autopsy on a person, but on this frog. So it's clearly completely wrong.
Okay. And Finn, what was your nature check?
16.
16. Do you get the same thing? Parts of its body grows back. You guys spend your time identifying all the different parts of Slotty anatomy. You do your little paperwork, and you turn it in. The professor goes, "All right, now that I've received all of your paperwork, get out of my face." And you hear a chuckle from the crowd, and she goes, "No, leave."
That's it?
That's it. That's class. You did your little paperwork. You got the lecture. What the hell else do you want from me?
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping for the safe way because, like,
It takes many years. It takes many years to know if someone's a Slaad or not. All right? Now get out of my face. I'm pretty
Just
sure.
for my notes, what was...
Go ahead.
Sorry. Just for my notes, what was the professor's name again?
Natari. Let me get the actual spelling out for you. Natari. Natari.
Cool.
I want to ask them, honestly, so what sports did you teach before they made you change your mind?
Are you dumb?
No.
I said leave. I am not allowed to talk about that shit. All right.
Why not?
Fingers crossed, contractually or
She walks away and sits behind her desk. This person right here. You hear someone else loud and I believe, Finn, you recognize this voice as Greta. She does iron lifting. You are a part of that, correct?
I'm not sure. Let me check. I know I haven't seen her before. At least me, personally.
Okay. In that case, never mind. You all hear a loud boisterous voice of someone going, "This sucks! Like, we pay all this money to be here, and you're just gonna be mean to us? Rude." I guess that was a short class, so whatever.
yeah, I don't feel like I learned anything.
And she turns around and sees you, Imran. You've seen her before in the tavern. And you know that she's a very, very loud person and loves to party. She walks up
Good
to you.
customer.
Yeah. She walks up to you and slaps you on your back. And it kind of pushes you forward a little bit. "Hey, bud!
Hi.
Come on, let's go to the tavern."
Okay.
Cool. "Rounds on this guy." And everyone starts cheering.
What? Yalvin is just gonna kill me.
No, I'm in the Silk Ball Club.
Okay. Torin and Cordierite. Since Torin, you made that very strong connection earlier that he is most definitely a Slaad. Cordierite, what are you doing right now as like the class has ended?
Running.
At this time, I'm just like looking lost, and I'm starting to notice that I'm just like hopping around in random places.
Hopping?
Are you physically hopping?
Yes.
I'm going to timidly approach Professor Natari, and I'm going to say, ma'am, just a follow-up question about Slotty. Can they, if they enslave a humanoid, can the process be reversed?
If you know you've been infected by them, yeah, you could get the eggs out. But you got to get it before they hatch, because once they hatch, like, you're dead meat, man.
How long does it take for the eggs to hatch?
Anywhere from 12 to 24 hours.
So, it's been like, how many hours? It happened last night, right?
Yeah, it's getting close to 12 hours.
Okay. Oh goodness, I really don't want to do this. I'm gonna go up to Fen and say, we have to dissect Cordierite. I think he has eggs inside him.
And
Double X to the back.
I'm being told this. I'm just gonna look at the professor and say, we were attacked by frogs that look like the Slotty, and one of them knocked out Cordierite. We think he's a Slotty. And I'll just look at her waiting to get told what to do.
There's a slight pause before she begins to, like, cackle. And says, son, that kid ain't there. That ain't a Slotty. We were all informed, and he had a full workup done by the nurse.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's 19.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Well, she is the expert.
That man right there, that boy, he was intentionally poisoned. But by what we suspect to be another student. There is an investigation, and he was stole 30 coins, I believe.
Oh, they stole that from him?
Yep.
Damn it.
Was that before or after we split it?
You didn't have time to split it.
Rip.
Alright, I'm gonna walk outside the class, and I'm just gonna motion for people to follow me.
I'm still gonna ask about the sports one more time.
All right, listen, kid. Did you not hear what I said before?
Was it? I'll just straight up ask. Was it silt ball?
Maybe.
Be like, I like playing silt ball.
I can neither confirm nor deny which sport it is.
Could you teach me something about it? Or teach me better ways to play it?
Make a persuasion check.
Here comes shitty roll. I already know. Oh, it's not booty cheeks. It's a natural 18 with that mighty +1 I got.
What was the total?
18.
Not bad, not bad. She goes, listen, I don't like your face, but I would much rather teach you to beat the shit out of another student legally than do this. So, yeah, we can set up for that.
Awesome. And so we had to fight mimics, and what the fuck are the... I feel like, so there's a lot of shit that's bad here. He'll just start rambling. He's like, dude, fucking, you gonna teach us some shit to win? Or what?
You see,
I learn more by hands-on.
She kind of like grabs her, the side of her chair and kind of like starts sinking down below the desk as if she's trying to not hear anything you're saying right now.
Alright, we'll talk at practice. I'll walk away.
Torin. Emrian, did you follow Torin?
Yeah.
Okay. Cordierite? Are you still just hopping around?
Yep, I'm still just hopping around.
All right. So Emrian and Finn catch up with you, Torin, outside of class.
All right. Let me just say, he had like this whole monologue worked up in his head, but now that he's like here, he's realizes that he's not good at confrontation. He's like, my friend, Harry, you really scared him, and that's and you were supposed to wait for me, and now there's a tomato, and
The one with the goo on it?
yes, the one with the goo on it.
Yeah,
and,
Gooey Maida.
The goo
and
didn't eat him, did it?
he's really scared, and you were supposed to wait for me, and you weren't supposed to. Why? If we know that things that come into contact with the goo can potentially come to life and try to kill you, why on earth would you ever put something organic inside the goo?
Because Finn said it was okay.
To see if it was still active. Or ideally, you could carry that bottle on you, and when they turn something evil again, you see that little tomato get pissed off, then you know that something bad's about to happen.
So
It could be an alarm system or a test, whichever one you want to call it.
So you lost me. Just let me go through this and let me know when this sounds like a good idea to you. So I tell you to go ask my childhood friend that that you found something, and ask him if he recognizes it. And you hearing that, decided that it was a good idea to leave him with something that could kill him.
That dude was the size of a fucking house. That tomato wasn't going to kill him.
I promise you.
I think you had a better chance of choking on air.
I promise you, he is a giant, but he literally couldn't hurt a fly.
He just had to shake the bottle. Plus, it's a warning system, really.
My childhood friend dying is a warning system.
Well, ideally, yes, but that's not the warning system I was going for. If little tomato becomes angry tomato, then we know more bad guys are coming.
I just stare at them both for like a solid 10 seconds. And then I go invisible and I just dash away, and I'm gonna try to just run to the gardens and like without them seeing me.
Roll a stealth check.
Plus, I was tired. I was beating it up.
Ooh! That's pretty good. Do I have a bonus to stealth? Ooh, 22.
22. Yeah. I don't think anyone's passive beats that. Emrian and Finn, you now notice Cordierite is jumping around.
Now, see, that gives me concerns.
I'm going to ask him, is everything okay?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just croak.
You croak.
No, everything's fine.
We love committed to the bit here. All right.
I thought I'd give you guys a good scare.
Well, that's good.
Looks to Imrine in the back, who's currently got Witch Bolt charged up.
So, do we got more classes? Or is that the one class for the day?
That's currently one class for today, as it is it's like the first week of classes, and so you basically have your core class, and then you'll be introduced throughout the week your other classes. So essentially, this class was supposed to last for 4 hours. You were supposed to have like a good 30 to 45 minutes on each Slaad. And you didn't really get that.
Huh.
So at this time would be when people would start going to work.
So,
go ahead.
Ideally, is that professor still in the classroom?
Yes. Cat, get down.
If we're done talking since old boy ran for the garden, I'm going to go back in there and just ask if you would have to fight all these, what would be the best way to fight each one? They heal quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something that doesn't let them regain health or regenerative properties, you know. Look, let's be honest. If you chop off its head, burn it, you know, things like that.
And does each one like have a certain fighting type or style? You know what I mean?
Yeah, some of them can cast spells, you know. Why don't you study the book that you were given?
Because that's what you're here for.
No, it's not.
Well, fuck, you got 3 hours of questions. It's like teacher conference hours now.
You ended the lesson early. You brought this upon yourself.
Look, here's the thing. There were other lessons that we had, but the frogs we had to represent each kind disappeared yesterday, so kind of without my tools. So you get an early class. Woohoo!
So, wait, so they got out of their cage, or did somebody release them?
Do I look like a fucking investigator? No, I don't know. I don't know. If they got out, I don't know. If they were stolen, I don't know what happened. But
so you let somebody steal your frogs?
Hold on. What'd you say?
Fingers crossed. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Fingers crossed, Lorene's in trouble.
Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, I was saying, so you lose your frogs, and they attack students. but you don't care who did it or how they got out.
I'm not saying I don't care. What I'm saying is, it's not my job to figure it out. Look, I am 87
Did
years
any
old.
kids die at the frog fight?
Huh?
Did any of the kids die at the frog fight?
No. No one died.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll just leave the room and say thank you. I'm happy your frogs didn't kill anybody and I was there to stop it.
Good for you. Each one of you has a shift starting soon. Cordierite, you have a shift there at the cafe. Emran, you also have a shift at the tavern. Then cleaning up statues, and Torin at the theater. These are all happening different times throughout the day. So if you want to visit each other's places of work or do something in between, let me know. If there's anything you want to do with your free time.
Since class did end early, when Torn goes to the gardens, he's gonna just water some of the plants and find a sunny spot to just sit, and he's going to study for about an hour or so. He's going to study the Slaads, and he's also going to read just a little bit ahead in the textbook.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. You go to the garden and you water some of the plants. I need you to make a perception check.
Perception. Dirty 20.
Okay. You are sitting in the garden and you are trying to study, but you keep thinking about what's in your room, what's in your friend's room. You left before you could see Cordierite was actually okay, so he may still be infected with the Slaad. When you notice something tiny in the garden, it looks as if it might be a worm or a caterpillar. You're not quite sure, but as you look closer, and you look closer, it's covered in a black goop. Alright, Cordierite. It's about time for your shift. And you head over to the cafe where Mina is desperately cleaning up. It looks as if she's on punishment for having the frogs there. So she's doing the cleaning that's doesn't get done, but maybe once a month, and everyone always flips a coin to do it. She kind of nods to you, and it looks as if the cafe's kind of busy, but not as busy as normal. Maybe because people are supposed to still be in class. You get behind the counter. I need you to make a perception check while you're there.
Let's see. 21.
21. You get behind the counter and you see as if you see your little apron, you put it on, and you go to help Mina out. And that's when you notice, like, where she's mopping. There's black goop on the bottom of her mop. Imran,
Mm-hmm.
you head to the tavern as Greta is like, hey, come on, I know you have to work later today. Why don't we go drink beforehand? And you were like, okay. So she's there.
I don't really have an option.
Yeah. She's there, and you see Yavanish. And he just does not look happy. I mean, his general demeanor is RBF.
Like, is he grumpy or is he pissed?
He looks pissed
Ah, shit.
as he brings you a piece of parchment, and on it, Greta has ran a tab in your name. And is throwing a party with about 7 people.
I didn't know.
Man, you've been with us for a month. I get, like, you got friends, but there's no, like, employee discounts, right? There's no discounts like this.
No, I get it. This wasn't my idea.
Well, it's in your name. You gotta deal with it. Whether they pay you for it or not, doesn't matter. It needs to be paid.
How much is the total tab?
You look at the tab, and it's 20 golds worth of alcohol.
Man. So this is what student debt feels like.
I'm in worse debt now, and I still feel bad for you.
Yeah, I feel you.
Can we do something where you just take a little bit out of my pay? I don't think they're gonna. And I'll look over to them. Look at Greta, who's like could probably deadlift me in a heartbeat.
Who made the tab?
Greta.
Is it just written on a piece of paper? Or what is it written on?
It's on a piece of
The
parchment that he
parchment.
handed to him.
Yeah.
So how long has this tab been running?
Probably about 30 minutes or so.
And they're already up to 20 gold?
Mm-hmm. You look at the tab and you see that they've been getting wine. They've been getting whole bottles of wine, not just cups or like just the mixed drinks. They're getting entire bottles of stuff.
Okay. I will. Whew. Okay. Cut them off. Cut them off.
All right.
I'll settle up here, but cut them off. Everything else is not on me.
Okay. I need you to make a perception check.
I'm good at those, but I'm rolling like shit tonight. Perception.
Can I roll it too or no?
Okay, not terrible. Actually, no,
Are
not
you there at
terrible.
the tavern as well?
Yeah, I would say if after class, after asking those few questions, I probably would have followed.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 19.
19.
Each year.
And what'd you get, Finn?
Not 19.
Alrighty.
An 8.
Emrian,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that the last bottle of wine that they are currently pouring into their cup has a black goop in it. And they all take a swig.
Ew.
Do I have any kind of response time before they take a swig? Because that's got to pass around the whole circle. So
You just sort of notice, like, after they've poured the wine in there, they set the bottle down, you notice in the bottle is black goop. And you see them all take a sip, like, as you realize what's in there.
Basically, they're already contaminated.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell both if Yavanesh is still there and Finn's behind me. Oh, this is going to be a lot more than 20 gold. I'll look at Finn because he'll know exactly what I mean by it, and I'll just say, they just drank some.
Tomato soup?
Tomato soup.
Okay. Well.
All right, I'm going to come back to... we're going to go back to Torin.
As soon as I see that the worm has goo, how close is the worm to me?
Probably about maybe 10 feet as it's like in the garden, sort of just climbing around on the plants. You could easily get to it.
No, I'm gonna like back up another 10 feet and just ray of frost it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
That's
We attack frogs. Frogs get angry. We attack caterpillar.
12
Caterpillar
plus
eats you, turns into purple worm.
18.
Fuck that.
18?
Yes.
Yeah, that definitely hits the caterpillar.
Oh, it's a caterpillar?
What do you think it was?
I thought it was a worm.
You at the time you couldn't tell what it was.
You saw the flash of blue light go over that little green caterpillar trying to make a cocoon.
Okay, what's your damage?
Oh, damage, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, I didn't think I had to roll damage for a caterpillar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might as well mark it. Why not? It's gonna take 8 points of cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, that's not gonna matter because you definitely killed it.
Okay.
Cordierite. Cordierite. You see this mop covered in black goop.
Am I able to yell at Mina to stop mopping?
Yes. She looks at you. What? What's wrong?
There's black goo that shouldn't be here.
You're gonna fail inspection.
She looks down at the mop. Are you okay?
I'm completely fine.
Are you sure? Because you went down yesterday and you had to go to the infirmary.
Do you not see the black goo that you are mopping?
No.
Touch it.
Can I cast
Do it.
detect magic?
Yeah. You cast detect magic and you don't see any weird thing about the mop.
I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm seeing this black goo.
Yeah, you see the black goo, but you don't detect it there.
That was me talking to Mina.
Oh. She was, maybe you should just go back home for the rest of the day. Take the day off. I mean, you were just poisoned yesterday.
I think I'll just do just that.
Yeah, I'll find someone to cover for you.
And at that, I'll take my leave and start heading out.
Okay. Finn and Emrian.
Mhm.
They just drank the black goo.
Is there any like we noticed it from the bottle, right?
Yeah.
So I will point it out to Yavanish. Where did that bottle come from? It looks old, or like it's got something in it.
He's gonna go and grab the bottle and bring it up. He's gonna sniff it, swirl it around a bit, and then take a chug.
No, 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 no. I'd try to grab it from him before he chugs it.
This is gonna be an initiative roll against Yavanish.
Yep.
Look like there's goo in the bottom of it when he swirls it.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, biscuits.
I'll go for it too. Fuck it. I swat my hand.
I got an 11.
You beat me.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He got a natural 16.
Damn it.
Yeah, so
Not
you
not
both like
Yavanish.
reach out your hand to like grab it, and he's already got it tossed up. He goes,
Now we gotta kill you.
What?
You drank the thing, the goo.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. It tastes fine.
It
Who brought it to you? Who brought these bottles? Is that if you were like comparing labels? Did the other ones on the shelf? Do they all look like there's goo at the bottom, or is it just that specific brand?
You currently can't see all the labels, so you can see what is used behind the bar, for like mixed drinks, but like bottles to sell, you don't see those. Those are in the back. And it doesn't look like any on the shelf have any goo in them.
I'm just gonna ask for. Like, can I look at a bottle of the cheapest stuff you got?
Yeah.
And I'll check out like a whole bottle. Is there goo at the bottom of it?
No.
Man, I'll how about your middle class stuff? And I'll hand the bottle back. Be like, I kind of want to go for. I'm not rich, but I ain't a bitch. just and just look at the person.
Yavanesh goes, all right. Well, he looks at you, Amaran. Is it your buddy?
Yeah, this is Finn.
Nice to meet you, Finn.
We destroyed things together.
Okay.
Howdy.
You can show him around back. You break anything, I break your face.
All right, and just so we're clear, I don't start tabs for nobody besides me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't paying 20 gold for somebody else.
Fair enough. Yavanesh will look at Imran. If any bottles come up missing, that's your ass.
I understand.
Okay. You guys go to the back. I need you to make an investigation check.
I got booty cheeks. Oh, I did not get booty cheek. Intelligence rolls are fucking dumb when you're a barbarian. You always get good. 19. I had a plus 10 and I didn't roll above like a 12 all last campaign. And now I got a plus 0 and I roll a 19.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 14.
You guys look for maybe 30 minutes, and you do not find a single bottle that has that goop in it. Just the original one.
And the one that he grabbed to take a swig from, right?
Yeah.
Those are 2 separate bottles?
No, it was just one bottle.
Oh, he grabbed it from their table.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then when we exit out, how much is left in that bottle that he hijacked? Is it none now?
Probably. There was about a third before you guys went into the room. Into the back room. Oh. And now it's empty.
I'll just look at him. Yeah, we should have took that. Since you're paying for it anyway.
Yeah.
You begin working. And I assume, Finn, you're trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I want to ask though. So, did you deliver this bottle to their table?
Yeah.
And you grabbed it from the normal spot?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Smells fine, tastes fine, looks fine. I don't know what you're on about.
How many employees do you have?
4.
Is that so? Like you, Emran, there's 2 others, or is there 3 others that?
There's 2 others. There's the owner, and then, well, I guess there's only just one other. The owner. Emran got that girl fired the last time.
For what?
Stealing.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we're going to switch to everyone all simultaneously. You all need to make a wisdom saving throw.
14.
7.
4.
Hell yeah.
And Torin?
Torin. I'll roll for him if you want me to. It's kind of honestly,
Sorry.
well,
Sorry, my headset was. Sorry, my headset was off. I was excited. I was confused why you guys couldn't hear me. I rolled a nat 20 for a 24.
Okay, you're fine. The rest of you, however, you see the area with the goop begin to grow and bubble into giant oozes. You see the people who drank the goop begin to splotch and form into one giant blob. You reach for your weapons. You reach for that which you used to defend yourself as a reactionary. Cordierite, you shouldn't be seeing this. You're in your room. But that's when you notice you took the broom with you, or the mop with you. You took it with you. It's in your room. It has access to you now. Finn.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Amrian. This group of 7 people, 8, including Yavanish, their bodies begin to bubble with this black goop. It's as if their flesh completely dissolves, and in their place are black oozes.
Oh, I'm about to get fired.
No, Horton, you're upper management if you really think about it.
And with that, we are going to end tonight's session.
Before we finish, was that all the people that was in that room? Or are there, like, pedestrians in better terms that aren't black goo people?
There are regular people in there that are not black goo, and they do not seem to be reacting.
Okay.
Notably, the people in the school are cowards and have screamed and run at any sign of danger.
Correct. But they're not
I
doing
just
that
wanted
now.
people to react. I don't care if they run away, because that means it tells me it is there. I'm afraid of us attacking 8 people and they're normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying, maybe there's a chance that you notice that no one's screaming.
We'll see you next time. Thank you guys for being with us and sticking it out. Have a good weekend.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.